Well, Luke's facing a future of having to work a lot longer than he planned. It's no fault of his own. He claims his former boss hasn't paid him his superannuation and that dozens of his colleagues are in the same boat. Luke just wants what he's owed, but it might be too late.
I just want what I'm entitled to, nothing more, nothing less.
Construction worker Luke Williams is a man on a mission.
I'm owed a lot of money in superannuation from my old employer. Attempts to contact him about it haven't had a response.
Luke claims his former employer, Access Demolition, owes him and about 20 other workers more than $350,000 in super payments.
He owes me a bit over $23,000, and I'd say most of the people are roughly the same. It's my future one day. As far as I know, the company's gone into liquidation now, and that's it. I've contacted the liquidator. Apparently there's no assets, so they can't take anything and sell it. The ATO can't tell me much more either.
Luke has receipts showing 1 cent being paid into his super account.
It's more of an insult than anything. I'd rather get nothing than 1 cent.
I mean, you've had to do all of this work. You've been chasing him for how long now? How does that make you feel?
It's annoying. Like, I just wanted to, when I left there, just part ways with the place. Like, just pay me out and I'll go. And then none of this would have had to come about.
Luke's former employers aren't taking his calls anymore, so ACurrentAffair paid them a visit at their luxury home in Lara near Geelong.
Hi.
Hi, Susie. Brennan Crew from ACurrentAffair. We're after Chris if he's available.
He's not here.
He's not here. Can we have a chat with you? Just about Access Demolition.
No, you may just want to come back and let us know.
Why haven't you paid the super to over 20 staff members? You gonna have a chat with us?
We're losing money, and when it comes to retirement, we're adding extra years onto our working life that we didn't need to.
Financial expert Rebecca Pritchard says lots of Australian workers are in the same boat.
More often than we'd like. Everyone who works is entitled to superannuation. So there are a lot of people who are unaware that this is an issue, and there are countless people who need to be thinking about it.
Employers must pay 11.5% of earnings into their employees' super fund, but the latest data shows 1 in 4 workers aren't receiving those payments. In 1 year, 2.8 million people missed out on $5.1 billion. Over 9 years, $41.6 billion has been left unpaid.
The federal government is set to introduce legislation next year forcing employers to pay super at the same time they pay wages. It's being dubbed payday super. And if you're thinking, don't employers already have to do that? The answer is no, they don't. And some industries are pushing back against these changes.
It changes things from a cash flow management perspective for businesses if they're making superannuation contributions more frequently. But again, that actually reduces the risk for workers that a business isn't going to run out of cash flow or run into some challenges.
I just want them to do the right thing. Like, stop ripping people off. Stop, just whatever you're doing, just stop it. Think of the families. Think of if this was your family, your father, your mother.
For Georgie King, she's fighting a different battle. She claims her late father's super fund is withholding paying out.
You call them, they don't answer, there's no one there. I email them, it takes them 5 days, sometimes more, to respond.
The money is supposed to pay for a gravestone for her dad, who died in August last year.
Some days I don't even want to get out of bed. Sometimes I don't even want to deal with it because I just want to put this to rest. Give my dad the plaque that he deserves and move on. We can't stop, we're grieving no matter what. But how can we get through this if it's constantly in your face of battling for something that should be just so simple and easy to just here you go, hand it over to where it needs to go.
If you find you're missing super or fighting to get a payout, experts say remember, it's your money.
It pays a lot to pay attention and make small changes early in your life.
Do the right thing, stop doing this. People put their trust in you.
This is going to add years of extra work to your lifetime. It could cost you tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Just want what I'm owed. So do the rest of the workers.
And it's frightening how often this happens and how it's often too late when we notice we've been robbed of what is our money. It pays to be vigilant.